Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great evening. We've cooled down here on the south central plains. Still probably about 8-10 degrees above normal, and doesn't feel too bad. Apologize for being a little late here. I had a hard drive crash. If y'all don't have a RAID system, be sure to get one on your next computer. It has saved me a lot by having that mirrored action. Saves you a lot of grief. Plus, you have to back up too. It won't save you from that, but it means you don't lose the computer completely when you have a hard drive go on you. So today is probably going to be a trading range day without a lot going on. We have ECB's widely expected QE1 is to start tomorrow. The markets were a little disappointed that the Japanese comments on their current Bank of Japan policies didn't add a little more money to the pot to support their stock markets. So the Chinese stock market was up, I think, about 4.75% overnight. Japan's was off about 0.5%. It was mixed in Europe, and our market's off a little bit from yesterday's close. So I see a sideways day today as we wait the ECB tomorrow. And the importance of this is since March of 2009, central bank policies has supported both the financials and equity markets. Housing starts 1.04. Don't think anybody pays attention to them. This number could come in lower than forecast. Permits 1.06. The market needs some good news. So it might get a little more attention than it normally gets, but because it's the only news today, but its impact usually is pretty muted or limited. We're at 27. I've got the first resistance area right here at the buck to 04, so that's going to be sell 1. And then 7 to 11 will be sell 2. On the buy side, I think because of all this volume that we have right in here, the market's going to go, I think we'll go for stops below that. So we'll make it 17 to 21 for buy 1. And then buy 2 will make 9 to 13. And again, my idea today is just a trading range. I don't see any more than that. Now, having said that, we got to take out 24 to be able to get down there. And we may find ourselves, as the session develops, having to pay up in the 25 range to get in. But I think right now, given the way the volume has been moving, that we've got a chance to go down here and retest this low volume area right there, which is basically where we have our buy, our first buy. Done off structure. Looking at the 30-year, my favorite contract, and the reason it's my favorite contract is that it's 31.25 a tick. And when people put on positions, they're expecting a little bit more move out. It's a little over 2 to 1, 2 times as volatile as a 10-year. You can get the same action in the 10-year by doubling your position, a little bit over that. But it honors support and resistance. It's twice as volatile as the 10-year, and it trades directionally with the fundamentals most of the time. And you can't say that about crude and the E-mini. You can say that about gold, the euro, and the financials. And it just makes it a little easier to play. So we're going to failure at 50 to 12. That's going to be sell 1. That picks up this area right here, come right in on that value area high. And then 15 to 19 will be sell 2. Haven't had any trouble getting to our number 2 levels on this contract. We're going to make 25 to 29, buy 1. And then 17 to 21 for buy 2. And we'll see how that plays. The knob spread held in overnight. It widened a little bit, so the long-term money is still going to the long side in the financials. There was some put protection taken. And on the note, 129 to 130 is what the option open interest tells us we're going to trade, and on this contract it's 149 to 150. And that's pretty much the current trading range. Okay, gold got above 1,300. They talked about that in the overnight commentary. There's something going on in the Ukraine and Russia. There's fighting, supposedly Russian troops have crossed the border again. You don't know if it's true. Ukraine will lie about their situation to try to invoke or get aid from the West. The United States is sending a high-level general to the Ukraine to see what is actually going on the ground. Donetsk, there's been fighting at the airport, and supposedly the Ukraine is taking it back from the rebels. It's just hard to say what's coming out of there, but my point is that there's enough uncertainty out there that the Ukrainians and those people might be buying gold again. Sell 1, it's where resistance is. 05, let them get stops above the overnight session high, so failure to get through that 5-7 area, then 10 to 12 will be number 2. On the buy side, we got pretty good support again in our 95, 97. We like that. $10 above where we liked it a couple of days ago, 85, 87, and then 90, 92 for buy 2. Can't get complacent in this, but the economic uncertainty, the stuff that's going on around the globe, the ISIS on the move, or Al-Qaeda in Europe, currency devaluations outside of Switzerland, what the markets are telling us are coming, have got the markets on edge. Okay, if the European Union does not start QE1 tomorrow, the euro can rally. And we're just kind of on hold right here. We had said we liked the buy at 115 for no other reason than the fact that it was a very round number. It did go lower, and we pointed out that the market likes to go to 75s. That seems to be trading 75s to 75. Sometimes it's pretty hard to get to the buck. So we can see that we got a pretty clear selling up here above 30. And we have the overnight session at 1602. We got the top of value yesterday, 06. So 10 to 20, letting them get stops above the overnight session, basically leaning against failure to take out 25, sell 1. And then we'll make 35 to 45 come right in under 50. Can trade up a little bit today. I don't think the market breaks out. Like yesterday, we like the 50 to 60 area. We'll leave it at that. And then we'll make 20 to 30 for buy 2 on the idea that we can't really move the market as it's on hold for tomorrow's expected QE1. Be interesting to see if Europe actually does put up. Merkel gave it its blessing, her blessing yesterday, with some qualifications. That qualification is that you can't increase your budget deficits, and it's all political rhetoric. Nobody in Europe has really adhered to the no more than a 3% deficit when they couldn't conveniently do it. So, but she can't get up there and not say that. Okay, crude oil is kind of interesting right now. The Iran yesterday or the day before came out and said $25 oil is coming. I've seen $20, $25 now. Obviously, $40 is in play, which is where Saudi Arabia said it's going to go. The cost of production, when you start getting below $40, starts to get pretty expensive. North Sea oil, deep Gulf, etc. Definitely tight shale formations. But having said that, Iran, Iraq, and Soviet Union and our frackers are all pumping at their max limit right now because they need cash flow. Cash flow is more important than what they get per barrel. And that's what happens when the bottom falls out of a market. There are a lot of companies that will not be with us, and they're going to try to extend their stay or look as good as they can in bankruptcy. Okay, we're going to put buy 1 against 46, let them get stops below the overnight low. Now we have rejected prices below 50, 46.50, so this is a question mark. If we come down and we can't really crack or get below 50, then we're going to have to pay up to get in. And then 45.50 to 75 for buy 2. On the sell side, resistance is 47, 47 and a quarter. That's where it is. That's sell 1. And if we get through that, we'll make it 47.75, 48 for sell 2. And this market can move quickly. You cannot play this market without stops, protective stops. And you take your lumps when you're wrong. Pick up the pieces and go get that money back, which you can do in crude and gold. If you can be wrong a couple of times and still prevail. Make your business plan. That's really nice when you get into day trading situations, quite like on the T-note. It's a one-to-one risk reward. Get into the E-mini. It's really, really hard to get it to 3-to-1 unless you're trading off 15 or 30-minute charts. Off 3-minute charts, you probably aren't going to do that. But on crude and gold, you can get 3, 4, 5-to-1 risk reward. Well, that was compressed. Okay, the selling in stocks is being blamed on Japan's failure to add more to their support of the market. So we got volume down here in our 95, 96 area. We've got 5 to get through, so this 2000, 2005 I think is probably pretty good support. So we'll make buy 1 in the 5 area plus or minus, and then buy 2 at 2000. Given where we are and the idea that we have a sideways market, the best buy continues, like we said earlier this week, to be in the 95, 97 area because of this volume right here. So resting limit buy at 95, 50, 96 is the structural trade. Right here we have resistance at 25, 27. So 19 to 21, sell 1, that is resistance. And then 24, 26 for sell 2. And we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll probably have to adjust this a couple of times as the day progresses. Don't have a lot to work with as far as range, and don't have any news to stir things up to that this morning. Okay, it'll take at least 20 minutes to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. Be with you as soon as I can.